Wanted to talk about the different layers, the submucosa of the trachea, and also some other parts of the wall of the trachea. So let's draw that cross section again. So this is the lumen, and then this is the wall right here. This is the lumen. Okay, and lumen. Okay. And basically, last video we talked about in the last video, we talked about the mucosa, just the regular mucosa, not submucosa, okay, the mucosa, and it consisted of goblet cells as well as cilia, right? So, just really quick drawing. Okay, and it also consisted of the lamina propria. Okay, so this was the mucosa right here. Okay, now this is the submucosa, okay? The submucosa is on the outside of the mucosa. So this would be the inside, right? And this is the submucosa. And it consists of glands. And actually, this is a new word, but it's this might be a new word for you, but it's seromucus, and we're going to be talking about what that means. But it's seromucus glands, okay? Okay, and then on the outside, we're not going to be talking about this, but there is cartilage and there is smooth muscle. Cartilage and then smooth muscle, right? And we're not talking about it because we haven't gotten into cartilage or smooth muscles. We're going to be talking about that in its own video, but it's just know that there's cartilage and smooth muscle there. You can guess why the smooth muscle's there. It's to, because your trachea needs muscle, obviously, and also cartilage is to provide support, right? Okay, so submucosa. Let's just talk about the submucosa, right? And these are seromucus glands. And this is sort of the missing puzzle piece to last videos. Like, well, these goblet cells only produce mucin, right? So how are they going to produce, how is mucus produced, right? Well, these seromucus glands actually produce the remainder of the mucus on the inside, so salt and water, right? And it actually humidifies the inside of the trachea, the water. And the reason why you need a humid lumen is because the air that you breathe needs to be humid in order for your lungs to be safe when breathing it in, because your lungs are very sensitive, and it's preferred by your lungs, I guess, if the air is humid. And that's what your that's what the water produced in the seromucus glands are. Okay, so what does seromucus mean, right? So I just said that it produces salt and water, and it also produces mucus, okay? Mucus. Okay. Okay. So when it produces, so it will produce salt and water as well as mucus. Okay. So what seromucus means is that it is both serous and it also produces mucus, right? Okay, so what does that mean? Well, serous means that it will produce something that's less viscous, and that being water. So it will produce water, and that water is a big part of producing mucus itself. But it also produces mucus, which hence the name seromucus, because it's both serous and it also produces mucus. So again, to further elaborate, it produces salt and water, which can mix with the mucin on the inside in the lumen already, made by the goblet cells, right, to produce mucus. And the mucus on the outside is also going to be added into that sort of mucus concentration on the inside of the lumen, in the lumen. and that will produce all of the mucus that you need to catch all of the foreign particles. It also produces antimicrobial proteins, these glands. These are not the seromucus glands, they're different, but they're antimicrobial proteins that are produced. Antimicrobial. And you can guess what they're for. They're for protecting your respiratory system against microbes, right? So, antimicrobial proteins. Okay. So just to recap, the submucosa will produce salt and water, which can mix with the mucins already in the lumen to produce mucus, and it also produces more mucus, so that just because lots of mucus is needed in the lumen. And it also produces antimicrobial proteins to protect the respiratory system. And that is the submucosa. And there's also cartilage and smooth muscle, but we're not going to be talking about it just in this video. All right, so that pretty much concludes this video. Thank you.